Hey guys, Dan with Coil Suspension here, bringing you a leveled 2019 Ram 2500. This is the truck that we get more calls on than any other truck out there. So this is the coil spring in the back Ram 2500 in the mega cab configuration. Obviously applies to all cab configurations, but mega cab, quad cab by far are what we hear about the most. So the questions are, will your kits from the 2014 to 2018 fit the 2019, or do you have something available, or what's in the works? What are you doing? First thing that we do is we test it. This undercarriage, as we showed you in the 3500 Air Assist video, looked pretty much identical, aside from some holes in the radius arms and a couple changes on the track bar bracket and a frame width thing. So first thing that we did was we popped the kit on from the previous generation. Well, that means starting at the bottom, the leveling kit, our most popular kit. We've got shot peen, preset, powder-coated coil springs. Then we follow that up with 4 custom-tuned Fox 2.0 Performance Series shocks. Again, not custom-tuned by Fox. These are Carli proprietary valved. They build these with our part numbers, send them to us with our valving profile that we've determined through thousands of miles of on and off-road driving, seat-of-the-pants tuning. There's no throw these things on a shock dyno, see how it changes the arc. Everything that we do is going to be seat-of-the-pants tuning. So you can see why we were a little bit nervous to throw the old kit on the new truck. We do a lot of refining to a specific platform, which means it doesn't take much to make that not work on a different platform, right? There's not a whole lot of cross compatibility there. Well, we put it on, and the good news is it's fantastic. The caveat is the track bar doesn't fit, but that is what means that this leveling kit will work, because the leveling kit, the base leveling kit, again, with the coil springs and the 4 shocks, doesn't come with an adjustable track bar. It's optional. We still recommend it. Once we figure out what we're doing with the 2019 track bar, we still recommend that you purchase it for this leveling kit, but because it doesn't include it when you purchase that base SKU part number, this kit will fit. So coil springs go right in, shocks go in on all 4 corners. Truck gets exactly 2.5 inches of lift in the front, sits perfectly level front to rear. The ride is absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, we're very, very happy to report that this thing does fit. And now we'll show you a little bit on the truck here. All right, guys, now let's talk installation. This is pretty much the easiest kit to install now that Ram has so simplified this platform. Back in the day of the short arms and the shocks inside the coils, everything was a nightmare. Well, on these trucks, the shocks are outside the coil spring. You've got a radius arm that droops out like crazy. Everything just falls out once you unbolt it. Installation's very easy. So it's as simple as pull your sway bar from the factory mounts in the frame, pull one of the bolts out that holds your track bar in, loosen up the little brake line brackets that secure the brake lines to your radius arms, take out your factory shock, and then slowly droop out the front axle. The coil springs will fall out. In reverse order, you put the Carli suspension coil springs in, you compress them, you secure those in place by putting our Fox 2.0 in there. Once that's all tightened up, you put the track bar back in, the frame or the sway bar back in, re-put the brake line bolts back into the radius arms, tighten everything up, and you're good to go. All right, guys, now that we're at the front here, you can see a little bit more what we got going on with this coil spring and shock setup and a factory wheel and tire combo. Well, that's namely the reason that this kit sells like it does compared to our other lifts. Not everybody wants radius arm drops and a 3.5-inch lift and 37-inch tires. Certain cool factor to all that, but some guys just want to take the rake out of their truck so the thing sits level and it rides decent, right? So we improve the ride, we take the rake out, we give you much higher quality components. Again, focus more on quality than production costs like you get on a factory truck, and it improves everything that you're looking for in the kit that you're purchasing. So it runs great, looks great with the factory wheels and tires. You can upgrade up to about a 37-inch wheel and tire combo on this truck. You can give us a call at the shop and we'd be happy to run you through exactly what that'll take to fit that on there. But overall, we'll just dig a little bit deeper into the actual leveling kit itself. So again, the coil springs are shot peened, preset, and powder coated. What that means is they're pre-fatigued. So you're not going to get any sag out of these coil springs ever. They are squashed down to their lowest possible height when you get them. So it's more expensive to produce a coil that way, but it ensures you get a better product. We finish all that off with a primer and a powder coat to make sure it lasts a lot longer than the factory coating and stands up to whatever you throw it in. Again, with the Fox 2.0s, we already kind of dove into what it takes to do a Carli custom tune, but we were again thrilled that these shocks went on with basically no fuss, and that the tuning profile worked fantastic on this truck. It goes to show they did change a lot, but not enough to affect what we've got going on here. So again, you're going to see a little bit of a driver's side shift of that axle because you're still running a factory track bar here until we figure out what we're doing with the track bar on this vehicle specifically. But the good news is the factory track bar has been upgraded. So if you do decide to pull it down and take a look at it, you'll notice the bushing area is smaller, a little bit more rigid. The surface area, or the clamping area in that improved drop bracket and on the track bar itself have both been increased in size. You'll see a lot less deflection out of this factory track bar than you will out of any previous generation Dodge. So the good news is it'll be something you can tolerate, and you probably won't have to worry about too much drama from until you can upgrade to the track bar once we get this thing figured out. So just dealing with that driver's side axle shift is going to be really the only downside. And running a factory wheel and tire combo, there's really not enough tire protrusion from the fender to give you a point of reference. You can't really even notice that the axle's off center with this wheel and tire combo. Now you get into the 12.5 wide, 13.5 wide tires and the offset wheels, it's going to become very noticeable, and you're going to need a stronger bar to hold the deflection. But in this application, it's actually working pretty good for us. So you can see this is the kit that we've got going on here. Looks great with the factory wheels and tires. Next up, what we're going to do is we're going to throw together a track bar to center up the axle, and we're going to show you what the Kings look like on this truck, because we've got our base leveling kit in the 2.5. Then we keep it at the 2.5-inch lift height, add an adjustable track bar, and then we put our King 2.5 on for the pin top leveling system before we get this thing up to 3 inches and show you what the commuter backcountry and pin top can do in that 3.25-inch lift height versus this 2.5. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you a little bit of perspective, and I just want to show you some shots of the truck with it all done so you know what to expect when you check out with that thing. Any questions, hit us in the comment section. I'll be happy to get back to you.